Dear students, welcome back to our online lecture series. Here in this session, we will learn about some of the basic concepts related to Java language. The main objective of this session is to understand about the JVM, Java Virtual Machine, and the various types of Java statements and the command line arguments. Coming to the first one, that is JVM, Java Virtual Machine. We have studied that Java programs are architectural neutral, which means the programs are portable from one machine to another machine because the Java programs are both compiled and interpreted. Here, the Java compiler produces an intermediate code from the source code, which is known as a bytecode. This bytecode is for the machine that does not exist in reality. This machine, we call it as Java Virtual Machine. Here the term virtual means that does not exist in reality. Okay, so here the machine is nothing but a simulated computer, which is a software within a computer and does all the functions for a real computer. Here the Java Virtual Machine acts as a computer for our Java program execution. Thus, we call it as a virtual machine. Now, let us understand the working of Java Virtual Machine. A programmer will write a Java program and give it to the Java compiler for compilation. The Java compiler produces an intermediate bytecode for the given source code, and later it submits that bytecode to the Java Virtual Machine for execution. The Java Virtual Machine calls a Java interpreter to convert the bytecode into the actual machine code that could be executed on the underlying machine. This is how the Java Virtual Machine helps in program execution. Next, now we will learn about the different types of Java statements. A statement is an executable combination of tokens ending with semicolon in Java, and these statements must follow the syntactic rules of a Java language. Java statements are classified into the following categories: expression statement, label statement, control statement, synchronization statement, and guarding statement. Expression statement. Java has several types of expression statement, including assignment, pre-increment, pre-decrement, post-increment, post-decrement, method call, and allocation expression statements. Label statement. Any statement may begin with a label. We have studied a label statement in C language. The same label statement is also supported in Java language. Such labels must not be a keyword, already declared variable, or a variable name, or previously used labels in the module. In Java, labels are used as the arguments of jump statement. So to take unconditional jump from one location to another location, you can use label statements in Java. Control statements. The control statements in Java are of three types. They are selection statement, iteration statement, and jump statement. Selection statement. Selection statements are used to select one of the several control flows. There are different types of selection statements in Java: if else, nested if, else if ladder, and switch statement. So these selection statements are used to make an appropriate decision based on the condition. This selection statement is very similar to the C language selection statement. Iteration statement. Iteration statements specify how and when looping will takes place. There are three types of iteration statements: while, do, and for iteration statements, which is very similar to C language looping statements. Jump statement. Jump statement pass control to the beginning or the end of the current block or to a label statement. As the name itself indicates, jump statements are used to take jump from one place of the program to the another place. This jump can be a unconditional jump or a conditional jump. In Java, there are four types of jump statements: break, continue, return, and through. Synchronization statement. Synchronization statements are used for handling issues with multi-threading. When we are writing a multi-threaded program, we use this synchronization statement for smooth execution of our program. Guarding statement. Guarding statement are used for safe handling of code that may cause exception. These statements use the keyword try, catch, and finally. So to avoid abnormal program termination, we use this guarding statement. Next, we will discuss about command line arguments. We have all used command prompt in our computer. While invoking a Java program execution using command prompt, we can specify inputs to our program as a parameter, and that we call it as command line arguments. Command line arguments are the parameters that are supplied to the program at the time of invoking a program execution. Here is a statement which shows how we can provide inputs to our program using command line argument. Here $Java is the command to execute our Java program. Okay, then command line is the name of the program that we want to execute. After this program name, there comes this is a command line 200 minus 100. Here this is a command line 200 minus 100s are nothing but the inputs that we provide to our program with the help of command line arguments. Let us understand command line argument with an example program. Here I have declared a class with the name command line. So far we have used a void main with a parameter string args. Args is an array of string type, but we have not understood so far what is the use of this string array. Actually, this args array is used to store the command line arguments that we provide while invoking this program for execution. And in the next line, you can see using for loop, I am printing the content of this args array. This args array index by default starts from 0 and runs till the length of this array. In Java, we have a length object. Using this length object, we can find the length of the array. This is about the command line arguments. Programming style. Java is a free-form language, which means you can write a Java program without worrying about its indentation. We need not have to indent any lines to make the program work properly. Java system does not care where on the line we begin typing. Here is a statement to understand free-form programming style of Java language. The statement system.out.println Java is wonderful can be written in any of the following form: system.out.println in one line and the remaining portion of the statement in another line. So here the Java program does not care about the indentation. And the second form is by writing system in one line, out dot in another line, println in one line and bracket open in another line. and Java is wonderful in another line, and bracket close with semicolon in another line. So this Java compiler will interpret the statement properly by identifying the semicolon as the termination of program statement. That's about today's session, and thank you for your patience listening.